Welcome to the Wake Up Dad Show. This is episode number 35.
Wake up, Dad!
Are you confused and overwhelmed about your role in all the craziness that is being a dad? Are you struggling to create the life you hope for? Are you looking for other dads to share your struggles and your triumphs? Or do you just need help waking up in the morning? Join your host, Dr. Scott Vatcher, as he explores the amazing and sometimes crazy world of being a dad. This is the Wake Up Dad Show.
Hey, Dad, and welcome to another episode of the Wake Up Dad Show. This show is dedicated to you, the dad who wants more success, time, health, fitness, connection, passion, and all-around awesomeness. I'm your host, Dr. Scott. And on today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about getting real. It's come up a few times in the last week or so. If you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen me post about this on Facebook Live and in my Facebook feeds, etc. And it's really something that's standing out to me is with people, dad out there listening right now. There's too many of us, and I'll say us because, we're all guilty of it to a certain degree, especially in the social media world, is that we're not being real. We're not being who we actually are. We're being posers. We're being pretenders. We're, in some ways thinking or acting that things are better than they are, and in other ways, if it serves our purpose, to act in ways where we pretend that things are worse than they are. And both aren't great. Either way doesn't really matter. It's the way or the idea that we're not being ourselves. And in discussions around this, especially with this podcast, Dad out there listening, what are we teaching our own kids if we can't be real to the people around us? I believe our kids probably see us in our most real and raw state more than anybody else in the world. And I bet you agree with me. Because our kids see us when we're at our highest highs and at our lowest lows. And they, I think, probably in a lot of ways know who we are more than we know who we are. But then they see us around our friends. They see us around our colleagues. They see us around our partners. And they see a true dichotomy happening. And when we do that, what are we teaching them, especially in this world of social media? What are we teaching them to do? Nothing but to not be themselves. And, there's that old cliche of be yourself, don't be anybody else that, we can tell our kids. But we all know that kids will do what we do, and they won't do what we say we do. So it's a very, very simple message for this podcast. And I think in the DADWORK for this podcast, I want you to think about which area of the 5 Ps are you being the furthest from your authentic self. In your purpose, are you out there pretending that you know what you're up to, that you have a purpose or a passion when really you don't have one at all, when really you don't know what it is yourself, but you're posing to others out there? What about your power? Are you truly happy with where you are in your fitness? Are you pretending that there's some excuse that you don't have the power that you want in your life? Are you pretending that there's some reason for it? What about your parenting? I think that's the purest sense of all of this, is that idea, like I just said, is our kids know us better than anybody else. That was actually just a revelation to myself. Just saying that right now is my little one probably knows me more and better than anybody else in the world, because she gets to see me in my raw state, both good and bad. What about your career, guys? You're providing out there. Are you pretending to like it or hate it, or to just not care about it, when in reality it's such a huge part of who we are as men, as providers, as dads in this world. Whether you want it to be or not, it is such a huge part for us that we really want to get on board with being true to ourselves. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you don't have some type of link with P number 1 and P number 4, I think it's a road to major problems in your life. You have to link P1, purpose, with P4, providing. And what about your passion? What about passion, guys? Oh man, there's so many times I see, and I've mentioned this recently as well on Facebook, where these couples are giving these messages to each other in a public forum that how much they love each other, when in the back scenes, in the background, I know for a fact that the marriage is not doing well, or the partnership is doing extremely bad. So that's an issue. So guys, in those 5 P's, which one of those P's are you being the most inauthentic with? So therefore, you can start to create some change. Pick a P, start working on it, be your authentic self, and watch how the magic will happen in your life. One change can be the beginning of the change of your life. So that's it for this show. An ancient proverb once said, "For a man to achieve his dreams, he must first wake up." Dad, you're not alone. This is your wake-up call. We're in this together, all for one and one for all.
Do you want to know more about the Wake Up Dad movement? Go to www.thewakeupdadshow.com to download any and all past issues of the show, claim your free gift, or to directly ask Dr. Scott any questions you have. Continue the conversation on the Facebook group Wake Up Dad. Share this podcast with other dads on iTunes or Google Play. Make sure to subscribe to the show and give us a rating so we can reach more dads. And dads, one last thing. Wake up!